Make sure you've looked up the person that you're meeting, do as much research as you can. Who are these people? What were the shows they did? What films have they done? Remember, I come from the pre-web era, and it was much harder to find out who people were then. There is no excuse not to know who somebody is now. The first job I ever got that launched me into all of this was when I left a room. I'd met someone, I'd lived in the States, I'd met someone who had a friend in London. I was coming back to London. I said, I haven't got any contacts, I've been gone for 4 years. She said, oh, you could talk to this woman. I went to talk to this woman, she didn't have any projects. In her office was a woman who was about to make a big short. And when I left, she said, I like her, let's see if we can offer her something. Because that's what it comes down to. So people will help you, people will, hi, I'm really interested in editing, is there any way I could come and sit and have a look? Turn up, be charming, be lovely. I don't think there's any massive secret to it, other than don't be obnoxious, and learning to work collaboratively and not need to be egomaniacal, and managing to quell some of that, bad-tempered irritation is also a really good skill. So I did a big series called Tea at 3 with Madame Fromage, where I interviewed lots of people last year just to try and help students keep going through the pandemic. And every single one of those, and I had people from right across the industry spectrum, when asked what's the key skill thing that students need to do, and they said they need to be able to get on with other people. Because if they cannot do that, they will not move forwards in this industry. I think everybody likes a chat at networking. I think that's why people are there. I would probably have a little card ready, but again, I walk away with a lot of cards and it's very rare that I look at them. It's usually that I've got emails of people on a scrabby bit of paper or in my phone, probably because I'm a bit more old school, and those are the people that I will then follow up immediately and say, hi, we met. It was a real pleasure talking to you. I'm having a look at that, or I'm going to watch that thing you told me about that. I just thought I'd say hi before we both forgot, and I'll get in touch when you've got some time, and I'd love to chat more. There is a lovely sense of casual conversation when you're in person, when you meet people in person. There isn't when you've been set up to talk online. I don't have friends in high places. I think it's not necessarily about standing up and making sure everyone knows how brilliant you are. I want the flint. It's about listening and being really interested in people you meet, and not always trying to sell yourself. Have a good sense of what it is you're hoping to get out of a session when you're going to talk to people, what you're going to focus on. They're not going to want to hear that you've done this, and you've got a blue badge for swimming, because they're really not going to give a shit. So actually, what should they know? I've recently made this, or I've done that, or I'm basically just looking to be involved in anything because I want to learn. So make sure you've looked up the person that you're meeting, do as much research as you can. Who are these people? What were the shows they did? What films have they done? If you don't know, say to them, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I don't think I've seen anything of yours, so I'd love to know a bit more about it. But do research. Remember, I come from the pre-web era. And it was much harder to find out who people were then. There is no excuse not to know who somebody is now. Kahootify is a really great way, especially for people who maybe don't have all those contacts, to make those contacts. I think this is an industry that relies on getting on with other people and finding other people. So you're going to find people on a Kahootify who are really happy to talk to you, who are really happy to make suggestions, who might be really interested in your idea. I still work with people collaborative. I still send cuts to people that I studied with 25 years ago, because those bonds that get formed through that working together are really strong. So I think things like Kahootify are absolutely crucial in terms of finding that connection.